Alright, so this is my character. He is a random buff dude, no legs, apron. I got the rainbow thing on to help me properly see, what's going on with everything given to me by the professor. Let's see what the questions are here. The most surprising thing that you've learned this month. It's dumb to say, but I think it's just dawning on me that this stuff does require a lot of time. A lot of time and dedication and practice and go through and repeat, rinse, lather, repeat, all that kind of stuff. It's just repetition, making the mistakes, correcting the mistakes, finding out what you did wrong, finding a better way to do things. The greatest example is this character has an apron with the little over-the-shoulder bands right here. My previous character had overalls that did something similar, and I was able to make these a lot better than I did last time, but not as well as I would like to. And in the future, I hope I could just get better, even better, making the overall style clothing. It's a difficult hurdle. Oh my gosh. Most difficult hurdle. I think one of my most difficult hurdles has been myself, really. I've been trying to keep up with work and school at the same time, and as things get more complicated on both ends, honestly, it's hard to keep up. I do have a plan to help make that better, though. Context-wise, I think it's this. Cutting the UVs. Just something's funky. Something's weird. Like, sometimes I just don't understand. I think I understand where I messed up on the belt. Like, you see all this garbage right here? It comes from, like, this right here. And I didn't cut these. No matter how many times I delete the UVs and start over, these cuts are always here. And I have to assume it's from when I welded the two bands to the central piece, and it's forcing the cuts all here. And I can't. I've tried sewing them together. I've watched video after video after video on how to sew and stitch things together, and it will not take. I don't know if I'm missing something or if I need to go about it a different way. I thought about straight up just deleting the belt altogether because it was so frustrating. But I'm determined I'll find a better solution in the future. All in all, though, I had issues like, look at this, I hate this. What is this even? I didn't even know this. What is this garbage? God, it's so frustrating. So when I use the unfold tool, here. Unfold. Sometimes I'd unfold things and it would like unfold the UVs in a way like double helix. Instead of like spreading them flat, it would like spiral into infinity into the Z-axis, and I was racking my brain to see what kind of logic the Maya was trying to use to do that. I guess all in all, I would like to find or understand a way Maya processes things, and I guess that's ultimately coming down to understanding the materials more and familiarizing myself with the order of operations within Maya and how it handles those processes. Honestly, what I'm most proud of, I wonder if it will let me just hide everything. Yes. Creating the ZBrush model. Like, this looks tight. Like, I love the way this looks. This looks dope as hell. I mean, obviously, I'm a beginner and there's a million billion people who could do this better than I could, but I thought this was fan-freaking-tastic. Look at him. Look how smooth he looks. Look at him. He's jacked. Taking honest reflection of the time you dedicated. I did not spend anywhere near enough time in this month. I honestly, I've never been much of a study person. I've always just kind of taken class and, as it came, dealt with it. I am getting to the point where I realize that I cannot do that. I need to buckle down, focus more, spend more time doing that. And so I've taken vacation from work the next couple weeks so that I can focus more on refining my skills in ZBrush and in Maya and make myself a better artist all around. Time to how do you plan on do? Okay, so as previously stated, I need to spend more time cultivating my skills, and honestly, I don't even know that I'm at the part where I can really focus on any one point over the others. I really just need to practice everything. I really do. Duh, I just opened YouTube. Don't mind that. Don't mind. I'm just gonna boop, gone. Never happened. Like, this was honestly the most enjoyable part, so I'm gonna like doing this. Trying to cut the UVs in Maya was weird. Not something I really enjoyed. But if I get good at it, I can see myself enjoying it. I just need to really buckle down and practice over the next, forever, and make a habit of, spending, optimistically an hour a day at least just messing around, creating stuff, like a bored student drawing in his journal during math class, you know what I'm saying? My goals moving forward. Okay, so academically, A's and B's. Ideally, A's, maybe this month has shown that, A's and B's might be my limit, but going forward, definitely A's and B's. I think ultimately my goal is that I can get to a point where I'm confident in the things that I do, that I can look at the stuff I create and go, yeah, I did that, and I'm proud of it, and I show it off to the world, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't have to make money. It's not what's important. What's important is that I have cultivated a skill, and I can apply that skill to stuff that I do in the real life. It's, art has always meant a lot to me, and I've always wanted to get into the movie industry. And if that happens, fantastic. And if not, at least I tried and I cultivated the skills necessary to make any kind of contribution to that effort. I'm probably severely running over on time. I'm about 8.5 minutes in. Just a little recap. Hide the body. I spread my retop amongst a bunch of different stuff. I think in the future I'm going to try to do a little bit better with my retopping as well, because if you could see, the retop is much bigger or much smaller than everything else. I didn't correctly conform the retop to the actual shape, and I think that ultimately comes down to an error of sculpting, or maybe it took on a form a bit too complicated for what I'm capable of doing. But that's kind of the way I like to do things. I like to bite off more than I can chew and see where I can improve at the end, and then try it again later. So we'll see. Professor will give me my final bit of feedback, and I'll look at it, and I'll honestly probably start this gentleman over from the beginning and just spend a whole lot more time intimately sculpting him from beginning to finish, importing him back over to Maya, and see if I can't do the process over again in my own time better. And maybe if I can do that and confidently say, this looks amazing, then I can feel like I've achieved something. A little bit of closing thoughts. So part of this assignment was I had to put, this dude in Unity. I'm sorry, not Unity. Unreal Engine. Tell me why. Someone out there, explain to me something. Oh no, drop my mouse. Does anyone want to tell me why the controls for Maya and ZBrush are in Unity are all pretty much inverted? Didn't anyone have the answer to that? Because that's some horse garbage, and I'm not a fan of that.